let me talk about the second one. So I'll go over review assignment 1 on Wednesday. We're gonna have a practical exam on Friday. When I go over the review assignment 1, I'm probably not gonna do exact, because you should already have gone through it. I'm just gonna make sure, since a review, I'll go through similar stuff, but you should still have it done and have it in. Hopefully you already have your in and have your feedback. Okay, so this is the review for DNS. So our second practical exam will be on DNS. First thing you need to do is grab another student in the class and do the whole delegation thing with them. Arrange with another classmate to obtain a subdomain. This must be a person you haven't worked with on a previous assignment. So you're going to obtain a subdomain from them, which means you also need to, probably someone's going to ask you, and you're going to delegate to them. The second part of the assignment is you are going to, I guess this is still, in the new domain that the student delegates to you, you will need to have the following translations. Leia will be your master authoritative IP address. Luke will be your slave authoritative IP address. I don't care if you still have NS1 as your name server, if you call it NS1, or if you call it Leia. At some point though, Leia also needs to point to your master authoritative IP address. So if I go to, I don't know, somebody in the class and they delegate to me, they're going to give me a subdomain. Inside that subdomain, I'm going to create a zone record that has all these lookups that will pass. Luke, Leia, C3PO, R2D2. I've given you the IP addresses here that those guys should map to. These are ones under my control, but you can still map to them. Configure your DNS servers to be caching lookup servers for 144.38.197.10. Let me make sure that's the correct address. 144.38.197.10. And yes. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that you have configured your hosts, or your name servers, to be lookup servers for all your clients. Now you're going to add my client, so you can do lookups for my client. Know how to change the name of a machine, such as editing Etsy hosts, Etsy host name, yeah.
If people are done with the quiz, can you answer a question about it?
After I'm done talking about this, yeah.
No.
No.
I'm kidding.
Or let's, yeah. Editing file, this is his own name. Know how to configure a client to use caching lookup servers that you assign. We did that in our assignment. And I have to do that. Oh, know how to configure a client to use our caching. We did that actually a second ago. I think that was Cody's question, or some, I don't know whose it was. But we had to go into our netplan file, and we have to change those two lines, the servers, update them to our name servers. Then you're going to delegate authority for the force.yourdomain to this IP address and this IP address. Give them the names master.theforce.yourdomain and apprentice.theforce.yourdomain. So you're delegating to me. And that's the one I want you to delegate. All of you will delegate that same apprentice.theforce, whatever, or master.theforce, whatever your domain is, to me. So then you'll have submission file, and that's what it should look like. So it's really hard to do reverse DNS for the exam, but it's not impossible, it's just hard to do. So, I haven't really done reverse DNS on a practical exam before. It's usually something similar to this, is I give you a domain that I'm delegating to you, and I give you 2 VMs. You have to install all the packages to make it work, and set up the zone files to make it work. So that's review 2. We can definitely answer questions about that as we get closer. But this is the last assignment that I have an auto grader for, even though there are 2 more review assignments. Okay, yeah, question on quiz.
which of the following accurately describes a disk partition? The correct answer was a divider between the plotters inside the hard disk drive.
What are the other options?
A collection of storage blocks in the disk that can be treated as a logical disk by the operating system. Sounded a little more reasonable.
Was there any other options there?
A string of bits that marks the lanes for the disk drive head, a marker on the plotter that separates neighboring disk sectors.
I think I marked it.
Yeah, the correct answer is the divider in the physical hard disk drive.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I thought that was the joke answer.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I got you.
Maybe the joke answer was also the answer.
Maybe the joke answer is me.
How is this one 39?
So I gotta go read it.
How are you supposed
Let's
to
see, this is the.
I have no idea, I did the same number that you
And,
did.
that. This, oh, I see. Not everyone had that question. Which of the following accurately describes a disk partition, is that what you said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
One item per perfect.
that's the,
Extreme, that's the one that describes a mark on
Wouldn't that be good?
Don't worry, I'm messing with you.
divider.
Don't you only need an INO per file?
Yeah, a collection of stored, well, I can,
I still don't know why that one.
oh, I see.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be correct to put the same number for island size twice.
Okay,
It might be the same issue.
Also, I might just be wrong on this one probably, but block size 4096, inode count should be 1 per 4096 block or 128 total for the, like, you have a couple large files.
what question? Oh, for Ross, what's the question say?
Oh, which one? Or which one?
I don't know the one he's asking about.
It's,
Which of the following would be best configuration options for an XD file system designed to store a couple of large files?
Oh, a couple of large files. So,
File systems is so hard for my eyes.
okay, so what's the question?
The correct answer was block size 4096, 1 inode per 4096 bytes,
Mhm.
but why not use just like 128 inodes?
Because then you're gonna store 128,
But it says it wants to store a couple of large files, but
Yeah.
if we only have one inode per 4096 bytes, then we can only store one large file. Right?
no.
Don't you only need 1 inode per file at a minimum? Or do you,
one inode for a file.
and
I
then
think
like,
that's true.
that gives you 126 hard links if you need, I don't know. I don't know why you would need so many inodes for 2 files.
Just in case.
But shouldn't it be faster if you have less, and if, given these parameters, you'd want less, right?
Because if our block size is 4096 and we only have one inode per 4096, then we wouldn't be able to store a couple of files, right? We'd only be able to store
You'd
one.
be able to
You
store the
need
same amount of
one
files
item.
if there are blocks.
Wait, sorry, what?
You'd be able to store the same number of files if there are blocks.
Yeah, and you only need to be able to store 2 files.
They didn't say explicitly two.
Okay, a couple probably means.
But it's relative couple,
I'm
couple's
pretty sure
always
couple is
relative.
defined as two.
There's no
So you
definition.
guys are arguing that both are correct?
No, I would say that.
Well, not you, but the rest of the class is arguing
Okay.
that that's correct.
Well, because some people probably got the correct answer, they clicked it and they want to be wrong.
Yeah. I would argue both of mine is correct.
Just take it, let's go.
I would still never do a 128 inode count, but okay, I agree with you.
So I think it's bad practice.
But
Yeah.
if you're given those specifications exactly.
Yeah.
I have the same questions. Seems kind of sketchy that you and I got same ones wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Do we need
Okay, any other
dividers
questions?
between the two?
We need a
Um,
partition.